In Italy, where my family is from, the tomato is a very common ingredient and they are prepared in so many wonderful and delicious ways. And making good food for ourselves and our family is such an important part of our work at home. And fresh tomatoes are an excellent choice to put on the menu. So today I'm going to show you a couple of easy, no-cook ways to incorporate fresh tomatoes into your meal plan using authentic Italian ingredients. So let's get started. Now, lots of people love a classic caprese salad, that wonderful combination of fresh tomatoes, basil, and bocconcini cheese or buffalo mozzarella. This is a wonderful salad that originated on the Isle of Capri, which is a short ferry ride off the coast of Naples. These little caprese ladybugs are so fresh and delicious, and they're perfect for picnics and potlucks. And you'll get some fun little giggles from whoever sees them. The first thing we'll need is some buffalo mozzarella, and this is fresh mozzarella that you can find at any well-stocked grocery store. But I found that Costco tends to have the best price for it. We'll just take it out of the package and slice it up into rounds, and make sure you slice them thick enough so that they don't tear. Once you have the rounds, we'll set them aside for a moment, and then we'll slice a few cherry tomatoes in half. Each half of the tomato will make one ladybug. Then take some black olives and slice those in half as well. The ones I had pits in them, so I struggled a little bit, so use the pitted ones to make it easier. Now we're going to give our ladybugs a little fanny by taking the tip of a sharp knife and etching out a little triangle off the back. And we're ready to put these together. So lay down a piece of mozzarella, a basil leaf, the tomato, and the olive for the head. And lastly, to make the dots, we'll use some black sparkle gel, and this is used for cake decorating, and I got this on Amazon. Just a few tiny little dots is all you need, and it works fabulously. These are so cute and a fun appetizer to serve your guests. Fresh basil tends to work best with this recipe, but if you don't have fresh basil, you can also use a dollop of pesto. Or if by chance you don't like basil, you can use a leaf of arugula or some parsley, and that will work just fine too. This recipe comes together in about 2 minutes, and it uses oil-packed tuna, and it's called pomodori ripieni, or stuffed tomatoes. We're going to use 2 tomatoes for this, and we'll start by cutting off the tops. Then, using a sharp knife around the circumference to loosen it up, scoop out the seeds and the pulp until you're left with a nice hollow tomato bowl. Set the tomatoes aside for a moment and grab some oil-packed tuna. I like the Rio Mare brand with the Italian chilies, but the lemon pepper one is good too, or you can just use the plain one. They all work really well. I'm using 1 small 80-gram can of tuna per tomato, but if you really want to stuff them full, you can use more. Just take a fork and drain some of the oil off. You can use any kind of tuna you like, but Italian tuna packed in olive oil is very tender and works wonderfully in these types of recipes. Then we'll add some capers, about a tablespoon or so, a couple tablespoons of mayonnaise. Regular store-bought is great, but in this instance I made my own. Lastly, a tablespoon or 2 of chopped parsley. Now just mix it all up until it's well combined. And stuff the tomatoes with the filling. Finish with a little more mayonnaise and a few capers on top. And here you have it, a perfectly fresh and tasty lunch in no time. These stuffed tomatoes can be made a few hours ahead of time and they are very portable. You could bring them to the beach and they also make the perfect work or school lunch. Now, tomatoes are a great ingredient to add to the menu because they're low in carbohydrates, they're a good source of folate, vitamin C, potassium, and vitamin K, and they're also very high in antioxidants, which is excellent for our skin health. The tomatoes in my garden are ripening now, and these are a couple of ways I'm using them. Making good, nourishing food is such a fabulous way to make your life at home better. And a lot of the time, it's not complicated. It can be quick and easy, and a great, fun way to bring people together. So whether you grow your own tomatoes in your garden or you get them fresh from the farmer's market or the grocery store, hopefully you'll enjoy these recipes. Take care, everyone. I appreciate your visits so much, and we'll catch you in the next one.